Hey guys, it's Allison. I'm here to do a book haul video for you today. I have quite a few books to go through and show you that I picked up over the last month or so. So let's get started right away because there's quite a few, like I said. The first book that I picked up is Fangirl. This is by Rainbow Rowell or Rowell, I'm not exactly sure. And if you have not yet read her book, Eleanor and Park, you should go and pick it up because it's really good. And I've been super excited for this book as well. It's actually not supposed to come out till next week, but when I went to the bookstore, they had it out, so I picked it up right away. I think I'm going to get started on this one soon because I just can't seem to wait. I just keep picking it up and looking at it and wanting to start it, so... This is about a girl and her twin sister who are both into the Simon Snow series. So they're fangirls, so they do the fan fiction, forums, etc., etc. They are about to go to university, but they're kind of going their own separate ways. And this book is about Kath, who isn't really ready to let go of the fangirling, and she kind of has to, go through things and find out how to live on her own. It sounds really good. I really like this cover. I really like the mint green color, which is really popular right now. And yeah, I'm super excited. And if you have not yet read Eleanor and Park, like I said, on the back here there's some blurbs that are from authors who have read Eleanor and Park and loved it. So John Green, Gail Forman, Stephanie Perkins, just to name a few, have endorsed Eleanor and Park. So go pick it up, and then you can pick this one up on September 10th when it comes out. Next, I also picked up The Bone Season. This is by Samantha Shannon. It's a new series, which is kind of dystopian. It takes place in the not-so-distant future, and in a place, I guess, called Sion, and it's in London, I guess. It's about a girl named Paige who is a clairvoyant, and basically clairvoyancy is treasonous. So she's kidnapped and taken to Oxford, which is a city which has kind of been kept secret, and she is made to learn about her powers. This author, Samantha Shannon, is being heralded as the next J.K. Rowling, so that's really intriguing. I really am interested to see what this book is going to be about. It's pretty big, but like I said, it's supposed to be one of 7, so it's the next Harry Potter. It could be. I'm really excited to see what that one's all about. I also picked up the second Land of Stories book. This one's called The Enchantress Returns, and it's by Chris Colfer. So if you're not aware, Chris Colfer is one of the actors on Glee. He plays Kurt Hummel, and I'm currently actually reading the first book in the series, which is called The Wishing Spell. So I have not read the synopsis of this book, and I don't plan to until after I finish the first book. One interesting thing about this book is that I realized today when I started the other book is it has a fold-out map, a color map on the inside, which I've owned this book, the first one, for well over a year probably, and did not realize that it was in there. So I love little surprises like that. Next one I got is Burn for Burn. This is by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. This is the first in a series, and I really, really enjoy this cover. I really like the faded colors, the muted tones. If you feel it, it feels soft where the letters are. I have not read anything by Siobhan Vivian before, but I have read Jenny Han's The Summer I Turned Pretty series, which was pretty okay. I enjoyed it. This is all about revenge. And the second book is already out in this series. As you can see, I paid $4.99 for it in the bargain bin, so I couldn't say no to this one. Next one I got was The Last Princess. This is by Galaxy Craze. I'm not sure if this is a pseudonym or if it's actually the person's name. So if anybody knows, you can let me know down below. This is also a dystopian futurific novel which is taking place in the distant future. It's set in a revolutionary London, and the Buckingham Palace is basically destroyed. The only person to escape is Princess Eliza, which I expect this is her, and she plans to seek revenge on the man who killed all her family. So I like this cover. I like these colors and I picked it up for $6 at the used bookstore. So you can't go wrong again with a hardcover for $6. Next one I got is Confessions of a Jane Austen Addict, and it's by Lori Vieira Rigler. This is about a girl who gets has a broken engagement, and so she decides to drown her sorrows in Jane Austen novels and Absolute Vodka. When she wakes up, she realizes she's back in Regency London, and so she has to live the life of a woman she doesn't really even know. And this one just sounds interesting, and I think anything with the name Jane Austen in the title, I'm gonna be drawn to it. And saying that, I also picked up Jane Austen Marriage Manual. This is by Kim Izzo. And I bought these last two both at Value Village, and they were only like $3.99. So this one's about Kate Shaw. She's a writer for a fashion magazine, and so she is actually let go of her job, and so to make some money, she decides to start a freelance gig, which is to research whether it is possible in the modern times and at a certain age to marry well. So she ends up doing all this research, and she meets two different guys, Mr. Rich and maybe Mr. Right. So she has to decide which one she would like to, get to know better, I guess. Next one I picked up is Maphead. This is by Ken Jennings. And if you're not aware, Ken Jennings is the guy who was on Jeopardy and has the longest streak for winning on Jeopardy. So I am kind of a map person. I really like maps. As you can see, I have a map here in the dining room of my house, and I just really like the way they look. So this is a book all about maps, and I saw this at Chapters. I was like, oh, that's interesting, but it was full price, and I was like, I don't know. Then Mallory found it for $5.99, so I was like, okay, I have to get it. It's all about maps. It's about, Google Earth. It's about GPS. It's about geographic bees, and there's even a chapter on unreal estate, which is maps that are in a fiction and fantasy novel. So I'm really excited to read that. I just think this cover is really good too. It's got the cutout of the head, and there's blurbs on the inside. Yes. I also picked up Born of Illusion. This is by Terry Brown, and it takes place in the 1920s. It's about a girl named Anna who is an illusionist, and she assists her mother, who is also an illusionist. Or actually, her mother is a medium. And so she is the illegitimate daughter of Harry Houdini, and it says here that she has to hide her actual powers. I really like the cover of this one. Her eye is so vibrantly green blue. It's amazing. I'm really interested to see what this one's about. I also picked up Gloss. This is by Marilyn Kay, and I was drawn to this book because of the cover. I just think it's so, Mad Men 1960s, and then I picked it up and read the back, and that's exactly what it is. It takes place in New York in 1963. It's 4 girls who are working at an internship at the magazine Gloss. And what sold me on it was that actually one of the main characters' name is Allison, so I had to buy it then. I also picked up the first book in the Princess Diaries series by Meg Cabot. I've already read this, but I have not finished the entire series, so I wanted to reread and finish all of the books. I also picked up Happily Ever After. This is by Harriet Evans. It's about a girl. Her name is Elle. She moves to London because she wants to, make it big in the publishing industry, but she realizes that, not everything that she planned is going to happen. So she ends up back in New York 10 years later and realizes that her past is about to catch up to her. So it sounds interesting, sounds like a cute romance. And I just love books that take place internationally. And I really like that on the cover that they're in bookshop and there's like books here. For example, like Gone with the Wind. They're actually books, so that's cute. I also picked up the first book in the Parasol Protectorate series. This is Soulless by Gail Carriger, and it's the first in the series. Like I said, if you've watched my videos recently, you'll know that I picked up a couple of the series, but I couldn't find the first one at the used book sale. So I picked this one up at the Chapters. It was only $8.99, and so that I can start the series. I also picked up some of the Harlequin Kiss contemporary novels. So if you watched my last video, my August wrap up and September TBR, you'll notice that I read Waking Up Married, which is a Harlequin Kiss novel. So these are the new imprint by Harlequin, which is contemporary. So they're not as much romance as a normal Harlequin, which was really nice. I liked the story and I thought it was super cute, and I think these are so quick and easy to read that they're just, fun reads. So I picked up The Unexpected Wedding Guest by Amy Carson, Girl Least Likely to Marry by Amy Andrews, All Bets Are On by Charlotte Phillips, Faking It to Making It, Allie Blake, and Last Minute Bridesmaid by Nina Harrington. Just so you're aware, if you did not watch my last video, that Waking Up Married is actually available for free. So if you check it out on Kobo, Kindle, or the Harlequin Kiss website, then you can pick that one up for free. I also went on a little bit of a Russian history binge, and I bought some history books. I'm not really going to go into each. The Last Day of the Romanovs. This is by Helen Rappaport. The Rasputin File by Edvard Razinski. The Fate of the Romanovs by Greg King and Penny Wilson. Nicholas and Alexandra by Robert K. Massey. And then this one matches. The final chapter of the Romanovs, Robert K. Massey. I just thought the covers of those books were super cute. Those are all the books that I've picked up recently. I know it's quite a bit, and I have to put them on my bookshelf. So if you have any comments, questions, anything, put them down below, and I will get back to you for sure. If you have not yet checked out the blog, you should definitely do that. We have lots of things going on, and we currently have, we're building up to our readathon, which is happening in the 22nd to the 29th of September. So you can definitely check that out. And yeah, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys are having a good month, and